so sweet. Riley KS can't be beat. Heave-ho, Riley KS gaming. Heave-ho, her pocket's always full. Heave-ho, purple queen is coming. Heave-ho, come on, let's go. Her puppies, Jack and Jill, so true. Hey, hey. Shelly, Januki, Jamie, and Melissa, her crew. Protector of dog dens in Dincomb's land. Lost in Palia, controller in hand. Hey, heave-ho, Riley KS gaming. Hey, heave-ho, her pocket's always full. Heave-ho, purple queen is coming. Hey, heave-ho, come on, let's go. Listen, Linda, what does she say? Hey, hey. How do I do that? Asked every day. Jersey or BFF through thick and thin. Simulator games, where does she begin? Hey, heave-ho, Riley KS gaming. Hey, heave-ho, her pocket's always full. Heave-ho, purple queen is coming. Hey, heave-ho, come on, let's go.
Wrong buttons. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mega Store Simulator. Hey Bama, how are you? Good to see you. So my husband's doing about the same. Has not woken up yet. He does follow commands like wiggle your toes, squeeze my hand. We just can't get him. He's not sedated anymore, you guys. He's not sedated. He did just have leg surgery Wednesday, and of course he has a head trauma. Am I surprised he's sleeping this much? No. He did snore a lot today. That was music to my ears. I just wish he'd wake up. So I've been having a little bit of a rough day. I've had a lot of things I've had to take care of financially this week, trying to figure out everything. It's just really been overwhelming. Hey Bugsy, how are you? So just keep him in your prayers. I wish it would just be so nice if he would just wake up a little. You know, I don't know. I was talking to the nurse on the phone though before I went up there today, and she put me on speakerphone, and his eyes did turn, I mean, they snapped to the phone. So he knew that was me on the phone. Things like that. But then I get there and he sleeps. So it's kind of like there was a nutritionist doctor there yesterday, and she said he opened his eyes and looked around the room. I don't ever get to see that. I miss that stuff. By the time I get there, he's just tired. So I don't know. Just had a rough day today. Did a little bit of crying, a little bit of, I guess I'm feeling impatient, you know, obviously. But, you know, we're getting there. I guess sleep is good for healing. Yeah, it is. They're trying to get him to wake. They're hoping he'll wake up enough this weekend. They're trying to test him for swallowing to make sure he can swallow without, you know, having any issues, because they need to move his feeding tube, and they'd rather not even have the feeding tube if they could test his swallowing. But he has to be awake to do that, and we cannot get him to wake up. So I don't know what's going on there. I feel like one of my emotes is weirding out. Every so often, it's not like every time. That's really weird. Or maybe it's just me seeing something weird. I don't know. I keep seeing this like symbol. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, I bet it's rough. I remember when my mom broke her leg in 5 places and going through surgery. Ugh. His whole leg where he had the surgery is like black and blue. Like it is all the way down to his foot. obviously to be expected. Obviously, it is healing. The bruises are already starting to change color, you know, like they do when they heal. But I didn't realize it was going to be that bruised. But they did not cast his leg because of mobility issues. They want to be able to get him on standing up as soon as they can, but it may be a while for that. It's going to be quite a while for that. So, and then I had the social worker of the hospital come in to see me, and she was nice and all, and I was nice back. But look here, he's not even awake yet. She's wanting to just talk about, oh, well, he might have to go in rehab at a certain point, you know, into a rehab facility. I already know that. We don't even have him out of ICU yet. He's not even awake yet. And she's trying to tell me that the closest place for a really good head trauma place is like 3.5 hour, 4 hour, possibly longer drive from here. And I said, no. Are you going to tell me there are no good head trauma therapy places around here? Well, yeah, there are a few. Well, then we're not talking about it right now. I was getting so mad. I was trying to bite my tongue and be nice. I go, you know what? I said, well, he'd be awake by then, right? And she said, well, yeah. I go, well, then he can help make that decision. But I work full time. That means on the weekend, I'd have to physically drive 3 to 5 hours one way. There's no way I can do that to go see my husband. I am not going to not be able to go see my husband on the weekend. That's ridiculous. I have 2 dogs here. I can't like just spend the night somewhere. And then there's the cost. Do you know how much gas is? This day and age? No, we're not. No. I said, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but we're not going to do it any sooner than that because we are not there yet. And until we are, we're not going to talk about it. I thought he'd be awake by now too. My mom had to go to rehab, but I'm not sure they should be talking to you about that right now. Oh, I agree. I feel the same way. I'm like, he's still in ICU. He's not even in a regular room yet. Oh, I was mad. Hi, baby. Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Speaking of dogs. Speaking of doggies. So, yeah, that really kind of put me off. And then I came home and I just cried. Because, you know, I miss him and I want him home. And, you know, he's not even awake yet. I would like to even just be able to go in there and have him be awake. Would just make me feel better right now, you know. And, you know, I'm getting ready to go back to work Monday. And I told my boss today, I said, I'm not going to lie. I might cry a couple times a day. It's going to be hard for me to focus. I'm just going to tell you right now. Maybe it'll help me a little bit, but I mean, even playing a game, my mind snaps back to him. Like, I don't play a whole game without it not thinking about him. So work's going to be a little rough this week. The good news is for today, I took my youngest son to the bank. We ordered, they have to order this. We ordered $500 USD into yen to be converted into yen. So he would have cash in their cultures, in their currency while he's in Tokyo. Because, you know, he leaves a week from today. Crazy. And so we did that. We got an extra $100 in cash, American cash, for him to have for traveling cash. He's trying to prep tomorrow. Because he has to work Sunday. So he's trying to use tomorrow to prep, you know, kind of start packing his suitcase, getting his clothes washed, all that kind of stuff. Because they're leaving his girlfriend's taking him and they have to leave really, really early in the morning. So there's a lot of decisions around here that we're trying to make. His truck, he bought a brand new truck. Okay, now I got Jill in here. Hi, Jilly. Hi, Jilly. He bought a brand new truck that he's barely driven. He doesn't even make the first payment until June 26th. It's a $1,200 payment. Now, he already told me, like within the last couple weeks, if anything happened to him, just let him take it. Just let him take it back. So the boys are going to clean it out tomorrow, take everything out that is of value and that is his. And then I'm going to call the Ford place where we got it from and say, what do we need to do to get this back to you guys? And then once it's gone, once it's completely gone from here, then I've already talked to my insurance agent and they'll cancel the insurance. They said all I have to do is text them and they'll cancel that. There's just so much stuff going on, you guys. You guys quit opening my door. I already said hi. Oh my gosh. Too much stuff to handle. It is so much. It is so much. I mean, even if I could just go to the hospital and he'd be awake enough for me to just talk to him, that would make me feel better. But we're not even there yet. I'm afraid to get up and close my door again because every time I do, one of my dogs opens my door. But I'm trying not to be too loud because I think my oldest son, he worked all day. He went up to the hospital with me. I think he's exhausted and I think he's asleep and his room is right below here. So I'm trying to be quiet. But anyway, so yeah, it's really been kind of a rough day. I don't know. I'm getting impatient. I'm getting frustrated. You know what I mean? I did play some Palea this morning while I was waiting for my son to come home. And that, that kind of took my mind off of it a little bit, but man, this is rough. This is so difficult. The dogs probably miss him too. Oh, they do. I have said up until now, they've not slept on his side of the bed, but Jack kind of started out on his side of the bed, but he eventually moved. They really don't stay on the bed for very long. They kind of start acting like they're going to sleep and then they get down. They're just not real comfortable on the bed, I don't think. But anyway, so the last update, which was the 2nd, which was Tuesday, Restockers can now work smarter with better routing, box handling, cold storage fixes, and performance improvements. So I'm kind of anxious to see what this is going to be, what changes have been made here. So the main focus of this update is restocker efficiency. Restockers were sometimes walking much more than necessary. And we've said that for a while now, hoping that he would fix that. Because they would have several boxes on their cart, but then some would be taken upstairs and then they'd come back downstairs and then they'd go somewhere else. And they just weren't very efficient. And it was taking a lot more time for them to restock stuff. And that's one thing we've been talking about for a while is the fact that it takes them forever to restock stuff because they're going every which way. There's no rhyme or reason where they go restock. So with this update, so they were not grouping their work between floors efficiently and they were not planning their routes as well as they should. So with this update, a lot of unnecessary movement and redundant work have been removed. Restockers now plan their warehouse and shelf routes much better. Finish first floor jobs before moving to the second floor and avoid unnecessary back and forth walking. It's hard to give an exact percentage for the improvement since it depends heavily on your store layout, which I could see that. However, in larger layouts, I expect this to make a very noticeable difference, potentially close to around 50% better efficiency in some cases. Restockers should now work in a much more optimized and effective way, especially a warehouse continue to grow. So I'm not going to read through all the efficiencies and stuff, but it's really mostly around the restockers. And unnecessary movements and stuff like that. The cold storage employees will now only open the walk-in freezer doors when they're actually heading inside. Some were walking by and the freezer doors would open. So box shelf and pallet rack hover windows now show spoilage as a range for all contained boxes. This improves the user experience to follow the spoilage amount more closely. All boxes now show their spoilage percentage, even when it's 0%, removing the confusion about whether the product is spoiling at that time. I have not seen that yet of any of them spoiling, so I'm kind of anxious to see what that looks like. If I have to go into all the walk-in freezers and look to see what's spoiled and throw them away, that might make me crazy. I'm not going to lie. Taking boxes from the box shelves with a trolley is now enabled. That's good. Fixing an issue where box shelves allowed starting a movement while a box was still in the air, which could make them stuck on placement. I did not have that problem. Fix an issue from the previous version where restockers would leave boxes scattered on the ground if the game was exited or the day was ended when they were still working. I've had that happen before. Fixed an issue where some of your stocks would be sent behind the megastore building upon interaction. Those boxes should now be properly returned to the storefront. This is not a new system though. Small optimizations have been made around physics, rendering RAM usage, VRAM usage, and build size. There is still a case where an empty cold storage object may not be packable. Restarting the game should currently resolve it and properly fix it as planned. I've not had that issue either. I'm also planning another update later this week. It will be a surprise content update, and I will continue fixing the remaining cold storage related issues. All right, so I already kind of have an idea. I've kind of seen it in their playtest channel, what's coming. And you guys, we need to do some expanding. We need to do some expanding. Oh my gosh. It's much better now, Bama. Nice. Hi, Nick Gamer. How are you? Hey, Tsunami. How are you? We are back. Where did we go? I'm sorry. Coco Chanel, hi over on Twitch. How are you doing? Good to see you. You guys kind of talk to me like I don't know what's going on because my mind is not 100% here because my husband is in critical condition in the ICU in the hospital. I miss you too, Coco. My husband had an accident a week ago today. It's been a whole week as of this morning. He had a head trauma and a broken leg in 2 places. So he's had head surgery. He's had leg surgery. He's not awake yet, but he's not sedated anymore. And he's off oxygen, so he's breathing on his own. Oh my gosh, Jack, do you have to keep coming in here, Betty? I know my dogs are having a hard time too. They don't understand why he's not been here for a whole week. So I'm kind of here, but kind of not mentally. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I just want him to come home. I would just, if he would just wake up right now, I would take that in a heartbeat. I want him home, but if I can't have him home, just let him wake up. Let him be able to try to talk to me. That's all I need. I was worried and wanted to check on you and see how your husband was doing. Thank you, Coco. My prayers are with you and your family. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who's been keeping us in your thoughts and prayers because they're really needed. They're still needed for a long time. It's going to be a very long recovery. If he just recovers, that's my prayers are answered. So anyway, if I don't remember anything that you guys have said or done in the last week or past, please forgive me because my mind is just not there. My head's not in the game. Me and Dance Man are back from my stepdaughter's high school graduation. Oh, that's nice, Tsunami. I bet it was amazing. Congratulations to your stepdaughter. And I bet you that was absolutely amazing. Okay, I'm anxious to see how the Restockers act now. That is very cool, Tsunami. Congratulations. There's been you don't know how difficult it is to figure out the whole financial status of your house what money is incoming, what money needs to go out until something happens to your partner or your significant loved one. Because I'm having to piece together a lot of stuff to make the whole picture of how this house operates financially. It's been a bit overwhelming. I think I'm getting there. But I can just do 1 month at a time, and that's all I can do, you know? But I'm still trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. So it's just a lot, you guys. It's a lot. It is a lot, but we'll get there. I have to be optimistic, but there's at least twice a day I break down. Not gonna lie. And I let myself, because that's kind of cleansing tears. It helps my body because I can't be strong 100% all the time. I can't do it. And I shouldn't have to. My sister went on vacation like the day after this happened. So while I got to speak to her, I was in the ICU waiting room when I talked to her. She's coming back tonight. So she has some things tomorrow morning, and then she's gonna call me. We might go out to lunch or dinner or something. I don't know. But the rest of the family has been out of town. They're my family and coming in. Dean's family, my husband's family, a lot of them have all been up there to see him. A lot. But my family has been out of town. So a lot of them are coming in by the end of the weekend. So hopefully within the next 3-4 days, they'll be all going up to see him. So, and his best friends have been going up there. So, wow, he has the same kind of boxes. She almost has the same kind of boxes, but some of that might be seafood or grocery. She's still downstairs, though. She's not going up and down the stairs. That's good. Those should be all empty. They are definitely moving faster, I feel like. I feel like they might be moving faster. Interesting, interesting. And then I saw somebody go upstairs. Now, they couldn't have done that much, and now they're going back down again. That doesn't seem like that's changed a whole lot. This looks pretty stocked, though. Well, maybe except for this guy. I don't think I've ordered yet, though, today, to be fair. So we probably ought to go look at that. We probably ought to look at that. Twin baby dolls, right on. Okay, I have 2 of those. The dream houses, I have 2. The sweet doll house, I have 2. Educational set is just 1. So that can just go to dock 1. Groceries, we're out of some sushi. Okay, then we'll go to seafood. We don't need any seafood? That seems odd. Looks like we have some shirts. Did I just put that on there? Pure polo? No. Did not. No, I did. Nada. This one does go. And then we'll look down this way. I really need to add more on the clothing, but I just feel like I'm not ready yet. We'll just do that at dock 2, so it's not just overwhelming. Oh, we got a soccer ball. And then we got vending. And then we'll just go to dock 3 on that. Now, I did fix the bakery in the storage, the cold storage. I did fix the bakery as best as I could. I have one more duplicate, I think, but I don't know where it is. Now, why is this here empty? Grr. Empty. Grr. So that's still happening. I mean, it's not that death-defying, but I'd rather it didn't do that. But it does, and it's okay. So remember the last time we changed to the box shelves? I did watch that video, Bama, that you sent me. That guy actually that does those videos is actually in their test channel. He actually tests some things before they go live. And so as you can see, I changed it so it's much better in here. Now I have one more duplicate that I can't find. So what I did is I just added, I had one thing left on one shelf because I think there's another duplicate, but I can't figure out what it is. I tried, I'm done trying. So I just put them up here, the last thing on that shelf, so I could get rid of the one last shelf I had in here that was uneven. So, and if you look at it, I know I have everything on a shelf. Not every shelf is done. So like until that's gone, I can't order another pallet. You see what I'm saying? So even if there's just 1 or 2 boxes, I can't order a pallet because it'll be too many. So, and that's fine. So what do we say about spoilage is 0%? Okay, so what does that mean? They all say 0%. What does that mean? Does that mean they're not spoiling? It's looking good. Thank you. Hey, Fantastic. How are you? Good to see you. What is, okay, BMA, have you figured this out? It says spoilage is 0%. Does that mean these are okay? How do I know if it's spoiled? Will it say spoiled? And then I did the same thing in here, you guys. So I did have one extra, no, this is the same. This is the same. Same layout. Yeah, these all say 0%. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what that means. Hi, Cozy. Who is Cozy? Fantastic. Oh, are you talking to Tsunami, maybe? Possibly. So I'm not sure what 0% means. Have you figured that out, Bama? They all say thaw damage is 0%. They all say that. So I don't get it. That's empty. Okay, we'll get that out of here. I'm not understanding that. If they're all going to say 0%, then I don't get it. I don't get it. These all say 0%. They all say 0%. Then I don't understand. Close you. That's the empty one that we will need later, so I just left it there. That's absolutely fine. Now this says 0 through 66% needs cool. Is it not on cool? Hold on. Nope, it's not. No, that's freezer. There we go. I don't know why that's been that way for a long time. It had to have been. Okay, now it says okay, and now it says 0%, except for that one. I don't know what that means. All the other ones say okay, except for this one says 0 through 66%. But it says cool okay. Now that one says 0 through 66. I'm confused. I don't get it. Close the door. And then this is the seafood. No, this is the groceries. See, that says 0. That, the freezer got changed by accident. It should have been cool. I would think 0% means no spoilage. Well, that's what I think too. They're fine. Yes, it'll say spoiled and they will look frozen. Okay. Got you. All right. What? Are we going to lose a lot of money by buying by pallet though and putting them over there and then all of a sudden they spoil? Like, wouldn't that be really bad? That kind of makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie. Because I have a heck of a lot of food in there. Did you all just leave the door open? You just left the door open. That's cool. Not cool. Let's not do that unless I left it open. I could have. That kind of bothers me. Does it bother anybody else? So is it as, because I assumed as long as it stayed in the walk-in freezer, fridge, whatever, that it wouldn't spoil. I mean, that's kind of how I took it. Our docks are all closed. I think we can open because it looks like, wow, that was pretty fast. Holy cow. Okay, now let the real test. Let's see what happens in a day. But they really stocked all of that pretty dang fast. I ordered quite a bit of stuff. My veggies got changed to fridge and I had frozen carrots and pineapples. Oh no. So it's not just me. It got changed with the update by accident, probably. I don't think any of mine were spoiled though. I didn't check them all. Maybe I should, because I didn't check them all. But that's the only one that looks like it got changed, was the produce. That's not here. That's here. 0%, 0%. I don't understand the whole range thing. Like, I don't get what that means, why there's a range, but whatever. Spoilage seems to be 0% on the majority of them. A few of them have that range, but the majority looks like it's just the 0%. That has nothing. Oh, I need to order bananas because it didn't say I was out of bananas.
You're awesome.
Oh, maybe it could have just gone out. It could have just gone out. Can we go back to dock 1? Yeah, we'll just order some of those. Well, those can't be spoiled because we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Yeah, everything looks okay. Everything looks like it's okay. So I don't think I had any that were damaged. But yeah, that's odd. I wonder if everybody had one of their walk-ins change the temperature. Because it kind of is feeling that way, isn't it?
Great. Nice and fresh.
I want to see how fast everybody goes to restock as the day goes on, you know? The restockers are supposed to throw away spoiled items. Oh, they do? So I don't have to look for them? Oh, well, that's kind of cool. But again, I say, I wonder how much spoils and how often, because we could lose a lot of money if you think about it, you know? I mean, we could actually lose money from that. I don't like that. I do not like that. It's kind of scary. Now, I have seen a sneak peek of what's coming. I'm not going to spoil it. If you want to know, you have to go look in the test channel on their Discord. But let me just say this. I'm excited. And I think I know where I can put it once it's released. And it might be released as soon as tomorrow. Not confirmed, but it could. If it does, we'll be playing this again tomorrow night. My boys and I have a lot we gotta do tomorrow though during the day. I'm hoping I can get in a nap tomorrow because I didn't today and I woke up really. I got up really early, so I'm hoping I can. I will not be staying up real late tonight. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm really tired. It's hard to have a waiting game like this, you know, with your husband. It's hard to wait, but then it's mentally exhausting at the same time, between worrying about him and being stressed about him and then taking care of the house and all that, you know. I'm just exhausted. I'm just exhausted, just plain and simple. Serendipity, how are you? Good to see you. How you doing? I lost an entire pallet of bread. You did? Oh no, Tsunami. That's a lot. Was it full? That is a lot. That's a bummer right there. That's a bummer. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil what's coming, but yeah, I have seen what's going on in the test channel, so I'm excited for what's coming. I'll just say that. I'm really excited for it. I have not found one thing that has come into this game so far that I have not been excited about. Now, I will say seafood's probably not my favorite thing. Seafood's probably not my favorite thing, but all in all, I mean, I've just been excited with every update. Michael, hi, how are you? Happy Friday to you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Sarah, I've almost finished the bulletin board and I got my first riff rock. Actually, I have 2 of them now. And I love the way they turned out. In Palea. I'm just talking for those of you who do not know. I just have a few more of the chic furnitures to do. And then I'm done with the bulletin board. I've already opened up all the chests from doing the dailies. And I finished the Path of the Pony lunar path. And now I'm starting on the new soccer one. So now I have all of the things for the new housing that I can build, which I'm kind of excited to do. I'm kind of excited to do that. You're still crafting furniture? Yeah, I am too. Just a little bit. I am. I don't have as much left, but it takes a lot of wood, a lot of iron, some copper. Like, it takes a lot. It's pretty much upper 80s and 70 degrees Fahrenheit where I live in New England, region of the United States. So hot and humid, I say. We've had a little bit of a cooler weather. It's been kind of in the low 80s. Not terribly bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. But yeah, oh my goodness, we have a raid. Cozy Game Space. Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid and bringing your people in here. That is so sweet of you. Now, I believe I have... Yep, there we go. You guys, there is Cozy Game Space's link. She is so sweet. She plays Mega Simulator. She's been playing multiplayer Stardew Valley with Neon Sphere. Both very early channel games, but you guys, they could really use your support. So go head over to Cozy Game Space. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's free. She could sure use the subs, and she's just a darling. She's a darling. She's so sweet. Paying it forward, Catman rated you. That was sweet. That was nice of Catman. But that's okay. You're welcome anyway. Anytime, anyhow. I usually, okay, so Cozy's in Australia. I love you too, honey. Cozy's in Australia. So, and so is Neon Sphere. I believe you guys are in Australia, right? It's UK or Australia. I was thinking Australia. So in my early morning when I get up and I get my coffee, either one of them or both of them are on, either they're playing multiplayer or one of them, each one of them are streaming. I can almost count on that every morning, my morning during the week, especially. And so I get to sit here and wake up and watch. And I love that. Correct, Australia? That's what I thought, hon. So I love that every morning I get to wake up with my coffee and I can either watch Cozy or I can watch Neon Sphere, or I can watch both of them together if they're playing Stardew Valley. Hey Tigress, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But thank you so much for the raid again, Cozy. Neon streams every weekend night here, which would be my morning. So yeah, when I wake up in the morning, one of you is on or both of you is on most of the time. There might be a day that neither of you are on, but the days that I can watch you and kind of wake up and drink my coffee are awesome. It's perfect for me to watch. So we are just kind of watching the Restockers. They have been kind of fixed. They move a heck of a lot faster. Look how fast this girl's going. They're supposed to kind of stay within their element. Like if they're stalking downstairs, they should stay downstairs until they're done stalking what they need to stalk downstairs, what they have boxes for, then go upstairs. They're not supposed to go up, then down, then up, then down. And they were doing that before. But look how fast they're going. Like she's whizzing. She's whizzing by. Love seeing you in our streams. Oh, thank you. I bought Supermarket Store Simulator 3D, but my store is called Awesome Mart. It is fun. I've not heard of Supermarket Simulator 3D. I have never heard of that one. So I'm going back to work Monday, and I'm kind of nervous about it. I told my manager today, I don't know if I'm going to be 100% focused on what I'm doing. I'll do my best. I can't pretend like I'm not thinking about my husband. I can't help it if I might break down every once in a while and cry, because I do. But I don't know if I'm going to stream Monday night or not. Solar Punk comes out Monday, and I will definitely be streaming that. I backed that game on Kickstarter. I will be getting a access key on that day. I'll probably be at work when I get it, but it's going to depend on how I feel when I get home, because what's going to have to change, you guys, maybe for a while on my streaming, because I'm going back to work. When I leave work, I might go right to the hospital and go see my husband and spend a little time before I come home. And if I do, I'm not going to be streaming as much. So that doesn't leave me very much time to come home and stream. So plus I'm probably going to be really, really tired. What is my goal here? My goal here is to expand some more. I've been trying to expand the warehouse, but I think that's okay for right now. I think I need to work on expanding the store. So that's what I'm trying to do. I have not been adding anything else to any department. Well, my bakery and my grocery store and my seafood are complete. My clothing and my sports is not. My toy store is. But I'm not going to add any more because I want to use as much money as I can to expand first before I add any more products. Oh, Supermarket Store Simulator 3D is on Switch too? Oh, really? Oh, I might have to look at that. I might have to look at that. I just have a hard time playing any kind of simulator game with a controller. I know it can be done. I know a lot of people do it just fine. I do on Supermarket Simulator on PC, but not 100%. I feel like I use my mouse partially. Well, in this one, for some reason, I just feel more comfortable using mouse and keyboard. And trust me, I'm not a mouse and keyboard kind of person, but for some reason, I feel more comfortable in this game doing that. Now, how did we go to 88? Were we 88 before? Maybe we were. I thought we were 80. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't have that kind of memory right now at all. Not even at all. That might be right. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. I did hear that it still says there's 2 customers in the store. They may be just checking out. Until they're checked out, it still shows them in the store. Once they check out, then she's still in the store, but she just checked out. Now it shows 0, even though she's still in the store, but she's already checked out, if that makes sense. So let's see what our next expansion is just for our store. I think it was getting pretty expensive. 58,900. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. Oh, not a problem, hon. Thank you so much for the raid, Cozy. Thank you, Tigress. This one you can hire a janitor and a stalker and a sorter. Okay. Well, the one on PC, you can hire a janitor and a stalker. I don't know what a sorter would do in a grocery store, so I'm not sure what that is. But the one on PC, you can hire restockers and a janitor, more than one, and security, actually. So I'm not sure about that. Okay, he's still filling up out here. Going pretty darn fast, though. Going pretty darn fast. Just give them a minute to see if they can finish restocking really quick. I will say I can definitely see an improvement in how fast they go and in their organization, I guess. Yeah, because see, they're not going anywhere else to restock. They're just taking whatever's left back to the warehouse. Much more efficient. Much more efficient. A sorter would probably sort the items. Yeah, but in a grocery store, you don't really need to sort the items. So I'm not really sure what that's meant. I can't picture what that would be in a grocery store, you know? I mean, nobody in this grocery store has to sort anything. So I'm not sure what that means. Wow, I have to say, one of our biggest things, I know Rusty Champagne talks about it a lot too. When I'm there, I've heard him, and I have felt the same way. At the end of the day, I feel like it takes forever for them to restock. But look how fast they're going. Like, yeah, you still have to wait a couple minutes, but I don't think it's going to take near as long. Just because look how fast they're going. Much more efficient. Much more efficient. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Who wants more hugs? Well, I'm sure everybody'd like a hug. That's amazing how fast they go. I'm pretty thrilled with that because from a streamer perspective, well, even when I played off stream a little bit, it was boring. It's boring just to sit here and wait for everybody to restock your store. And so I know Rusty and I both have kind of talked about like something needs to be done to fix that. I'm not losing frames at all, which is great because that had been happening on my OBS. And he did say he did a little bit more optimization, so that's good. That seems to be working really, really well. Has anyone thought about water recently? I don't know. It looks like they're going much faster. I know, Bugsy, I'm impressed. I'm actually really impressed for sure. Thank you, Tigress. Yeah, I think I'm pretty impressed with this. Now, I will say what he's working on right now might come out tomorrow, possibly. If it does, I'll be really excited. I need a really big update. Well, it's not really big, but I mean, it's a good update. It's going to be a good update. And I'm kind of ready for that. Like, that'll kind of really take my mind off it more than just sitting here watching them restock. You know what I mean? Because it'll be new stuff. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. That's why I think we're going to have to try to start expanding our store. We're not going to have a choice. We need to do it eventually anyway. But I think it's going to have to be sooner than later now. So this is going to expand the ground floor. I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning and let staff money come taken out. We just may not be able to restock as much because I am going to go ahead and take the plunge and do that next expansion. Oh, they're still going strong. Okay. Still going fast though. I can't complain about going fast. I can't complain about that. Do you like cats? I have a cat. My son has 2 cats. I have 2 dogs. I used to have 2 cats when I was single. And then when I first got married, until they got old, you know, and it was their time. I'm more of a dog person, but I like cats. I love my son's cats. I'm used to them. But I love my puppies. My puppies are 3 years old now, and I love them so much. I just am more of a dog lover, but I love cats too. I just love dogs more. But when he comes up here, a lot of times he'll let his cats out of his room and they just roam. Then my dogs don't seem to bother them. They don't bother my dogs. And they always come in here to see me in my office. So yeah, I love them. All animals are cool. Yeah, they are. They are. Well, you know, from my son, my oldest son's perspective, his first cat he got when he was living in an apartment, and he got it from the rafters in Home Depot or Lowe's, where he worked at the time. He pretty much saved its life, and he's had it. And the vet thought she was about 3 months old at the time, and he's had her for about 3 years now, and she's a sweetheart. She is she was living in the rafters at Lowe's hardware store. And he got her down and brought her home, took her home. So he literally rescued her. I mean, I think they're pretty close to being done, possibly. Yeah, most of the restockers are here. Where are my Oh yeah, I moved all my unloaders to the morning. That's right. I knew that. We got a few people roaming around back here. Oh, they're just putting stuff back. They're just putting stuff back now. What type of dogs do I have? They're part shepherd, part shepherd. Shepherd, part Sheltie. They have the German Shepherd coat, but they also have the Sheltie coats. So they're cuties. But their dad also had some Malamute in him and some Great Pyrenees. So they're siblings. They're sister and brother. And Jack has more of a Malamute colored face. His face looks more Malamute, but the rest of his body is more Shepherd Sheltie. Jill looks pure Shepherd Sheltie. Like she looks exactly like a Sheltie and a Shepherd mix. But Jack, one of Jack's ears, his left ear never stood up. So he only has one ear that stands up. He's kind of lopsided, but he's cute lopsided. I'm going to go ahead and end the day. We had 540 people in here. That's great. There was only 8 unavailable products. I feel like we always have unavailable products because of them not being able to restock fast enough. We also could see if we can hire another restocker. I don't know where we're at with that. Okay, so we have $62,000. If I expand, we're not going to have much money left. But maybe we expand and then we'll catch up the next day. Yeah, not quite 10,000. All right, let's see where that went. But right now, I know I'm going to need... the paver floor. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to open up right here. So this is carrying on down that way. So I'm thinking what is coming tomorrow, which I'm not going to say what it is, can go over here. Can go over in that section because we're making it bigger. So hopefully, if we can get our money up, we'll expand hopefully at least one more time tonight. We'll see. We're going to have to see how that goes. So where's my purple? There's my purple. We'll go fix the walls. I'm assuming this wall is going to go back, be pushed back all the way down that way. And if it does, we'll have to fix our seafood area in our part of our grocery store, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's actually fun. I know. Some people might think I'm crazy because I think that's fun to kind of redo that stuff, but I do. I do. And I kind of wanted to do this. I could probably leave that there. I think what I want to do is straighten this out. Can I do... Yes, I can. I'm going to straighten that out. I don't like how it looks 100%. And I saw that Rusty had his just straight this way instead of curved. That's not completely straight, is it? There we go. So then we can move that in between like that. That's better. I think I like it better this way. I think it looks better. Yeah, then it's just kind of all open right here. I think I like that better. It was hard to make it kind of an octagon. It didn't work very well. So I think this is much better this way. Should I move this over a little? No, that's good. You just read the playtest? I'm excited. Yeah, Tsunami. I'm not telling people, but yeah, I'm excited too. I think that's going to be kind of cool, isn't it? And did you see that it's probably coming tomorrow? More than likely, unless there's something that stops them from doing an update tomorrow, it looks like it could be tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. So we're going to do some shopping, but I'm going to be careful what I buy because we only have $3,897. So that's going to go really fast. Like, we have 5 of those on the shelf. We don't have any of those. Wait, did I add that twice? No, I just added it once. Okay, good. So we're going to go to dock 1 with that. I usually do 2 pallets of the dream house and the push car, but I'm only going to do 1. I'm only going to do 1 this time. Ooh, we got a little bit of groceries here. Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of groceries. It's okay. Oh, we're already past what we need to be. Gonna go down on that to be about 10. See if that helps. No, you can't do it that way. Never mind. Hold on. I'm gonna say add palette so it'll change it to 22, but I'm going to delete. I'll keep the water. Then we'll go down to about 10. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do very much. That's got 17 on the shelves. So we're not going to jack with that. That's only 69.12. That's fine. That's got 9 on the shelves. That has nothing. We got to have that. That's $14.50. That's too much. So we're going to take the luncheon meat off. See, I knew we weren't going to be able to buy as much. Oh man, we're out of a lot. That's 15. We'll take it. That's probably going to be too much. That's going to be too much. Yeah, we're just going to be out of lobsters. That's 2,005. That's about all we can do, you guys. We're going to go to dock 2 on that. As we get money up, then we're just going to have to buy some more. You know what we could do is go ahead and get it ready. So, sardines, lobster, we're going to need more. Trout, and that's seafood, clothing. See, we have 30 on there right now, so I think we're going to be okay for right now. We have 31 of those, probably fine for right now. We don't do suits. And that's about all there, so that's not bad. It's not horrible. Man, we're looking at probably 10,000 or really close, betcha. Really close. So that's what we're going to have to get up to to order all the rest, which is fine. That's fine for now. We're just going to have to get our money going. It's kind of what you have to do to get back on your feet after making a large purchase like that. I used to do that on Supermarket Simulator all the time, and it takes a while to build your money back up, but not that bad. I know, Tsunami. It's cool, isn't it? I'm excited. Terry, how are you? Good to see you. My husband is about the same. He's doing okay. He's breathing on his own now. He's breathing on his own. They've removed the oxygen from his nose. He had the oxygen nose line because he's breathing completely on his own now, which is good. He's opened his eyes a few times and kind of looked and stuff, but he just hasn't really woken all the way yet. And that's what takes time. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry, I just had a sneezing fit and got a chill. I'm fine. I'm fine. But I didn't want to sneeze all over you guys. He's had a head trauma, meaning he hurt his head really bad. They had to do surgery on his head. That takes a while to come back from, you know? It just does. And then he had surgery on his broken leg Wednesday. So he's been through a lot. His poor body has been through a lot just within a week. And it's going to take him a little while to wake up. We're hoping he'll wake up soon, at least enough for a little while a day. But he hasn't gotten to that point yet. I figured you were sneezing. Thanks, Bugsy. Yeah, I was. As soon as I mute, I'm usually sneezing. Yeah. It just kind of catches up to me every once in a while, and then I'm not like I sneeze once or twice. I sneeze like 4 or 5 times. Like, no lie. Not to mention, I've been crying quite a bit this week. And I just feel like my nose is just a mess right now anyway. Because of that. More hugs because I gotta go, but I might come back in a few. Not a problem, honey. Thank you so much, Tigress. But yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. And I feel like he's made so many small steps, so many small improvements for a week. I'm so blessed because I think it's amazing that he's done what little he's done in a week. After what happened to him, like, oh my goodness. Like, just looking at the scar, at the sutures on his head, there's a lot of them. When you hit your head that hard, you can lose some of your memory. You can have amnesia. He knows who I am. He recognizes me. He recognizes my voice. He recognizes his friends and his sister that's gone up there and his nieces. So it's not that bad. And you can tell he knows who you are, but he just can't stay awake. Now, if you think about it, if you hit your head really hard and you have a concussion, which I'm sure he has, even that takes a while before you can wake up from that completely. So imagine that times 10. Because the right side of his head was literally caved in. It was literally caved in. Thank you so much, Tigress. They literally, in the surgery, had to push his head back into place on the side of his head. That's how bad it was. I saw the x-rays in the ER, and I just couldn't even imagine. Well, I can't imagine. So for him not to be awake yet, it doesn't really surprise me. I guess it's more of me wishing he would hurry up. Even if it's just for a little bit a day. You know what I mean? That would just make me feel better at this point. So the nurses and the doctors are not surprised that he's not awake yet. They're not surprised. I think I'm just getting impatient myself. You know what I mean? Angel Mom, hi, how are you? Thank you, God, for your healing hands on Riley's husband. Thank you, Angel Mom. You guys have no idea how much your prayers have helped. I have prayers going out from my Facebook page, in my personal Facebook page. I have prayers going out from different people, taking it to their churches and adding them to prayer groups. There are so many people praying for him, and I totally believe in the power of prayer. And even if you don't believe in that, just to give him well wishes helps. It all helps, you guys. But yeah, I'm getting impatient, I guess. You know, it's hard to sit and wait. Waiting is like the hardest part. He's sleeping. I'm the one sitting here watching him. You know what I mean? And if he was awake, he'd be like looking at me going, "Would you go home? I don't want you sitting here watching me." He's done that before in the hospital. Bama, you just looked too? Okay. I mean, I'll tell everybody if they want to know what's coming up in the playtest. I mean, from the playtest, what's going to be live. They're talking about it maybe live tomorrow. If it is, I'll be streaming it tomorrow night. If you guys want to know, I'll tell you. But if you don't want to know, I will not say anything. Bama. See, I don't mind spoilers, and I don't mind seeing what's coming. I prefer it because I get all excited about it ahead of time. You know, I'm a Palea partner. I know what's coming in Palea before everybody else. Well, except for the other Palea partners, obviously, in Singularity 6. But, and it makes me that much more excited, you know? So, that doesn't bother me. You would like to know you're curious of a person? You're a curious person? Gotcha. Even if I'm not Christian, I do wish he gets better. Oh, you don't have to be Christian to give well wishes. Absolutely. You can be any denomination or no denomination at all, just to give well wishes and thoughts, you know, your best thoughts. So that's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. You say your prayers every night before you go to bed. That's awesome. So, does anybody care if I say what's coming from the playtest? Or you guys want to know? Well, as you know, if you don't want to know, then stop for a minute. You guys mute me if you need to mute me, and then, you know, if you don't want to hear. Oh, thank you so much, Tsunami. I appreciate that. Well, it's kind of like he wants to do like seasonal themes. He keeps coming up with, some of them are his suggestions, some of them are suggestions for others. There is an ideas channel in his Discord now for people to like give ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. He wants to build this game with everybody in the community, you know? So he was supposed to be working on the butchery in the deli, but I kind of like that he's stopping for a minute and doing something that might not take as long as those things will, because, you know, he doesn't like to have too long in between updates. And so the butchery is going to take him a while, I imagine. And so is the deli. So in between, he is thinking of doing a seasonal update, which is summer, because summer's around the corner. It's official this month. And so he's adding like a summer section, like new shelves, towels, rolled up beach towels for sale, stuff for summer. There's going to be a new wallpaper and I think a new floor. But with that, he's also making an update to these freezers right here that holds our meat and stuff, and they look really cool. Do you remember when he changed produce from just the little stands to this? Well, it's kind of like that. He likes to do some upgrades along the way, and he's upgrading these freezers right here. But yeah, so it's going to be a seasonally themed update, and he does want to do that every once in a while. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, and Tigress, that's fine. You don't even have to say what religion you are. It truly doesn't matter. Everybody, there's a lot of people that have different religions, different denominations, and some not at all. And it's still okay because, you know, that's what makes us all different. It's already summer where you are. I'm doing really pretty good, Matthew. I'm tired. I'm probably not going to stream too late tonight because I'm really tired. I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow with my family. But I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Matthew? I hope you're doing well. So yeah. First of all, just looking over at the seafood area, I really like that change that I made. Second of all, let's go order the things that I was going to order. Because I forgot about it. My bad.
Perfect color. It looks freshly baked.
Yeah, we'll get that going. I forgot all about it. So, yeah, it's almost to the end of the day. But at least I can go ahead and get it and start stocking everything. So that's fine. Yeah, I kind of did that too late. But it's fine. Jamie, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Doing the same as me. You're tired too? Well, it's always hot. Oh. Well, I mean, we're in the 80s here, but it's not officially summer. I want to say it's like June 20th or something like that is when it says it's officially summer. Doesn't mean it's not still hot. I mean, it's still going to be hot. But on the calendar, it'll state that it's summer. I want to say, here, I can tell you. I've got my calendar right here. Summer begins June 21st. June 21st. But it's still hot. I mean, it's still warm. That's just the temperature. The season actually starts the 21st. I'm wondering if I should move these over like every couple. The problem is the freezers are right there. So I don't have a lot of room to do that. It'd be kind of cool as we expand more to put like walkways in between like every couple. But for right now, that's fine. Right now, that'll work. June 21st is the first day of summer. Thank you, Jamie. I feel the same. I believe everyone should follow their own spiritual path. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what makes us different. That's part of what makes us different. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's no right or wrong in my eyes. Anyway, nope. Well, I kind of forgot to order when I did, so there's probably going to be a lot of products that weren't found, and that's okay. We're kind of getting back from expanding, so I fully expect that. Did I get that one? Yeah. So I fully expect that, so I don't really care. It's not like detrimental in the game. He's never added it to where the customers are going to get so mad they just leave or anything like that. So it's just going to show on the report at the end of the day, oh, so many were not found. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll let them kind of finish unloading and stocking that dock. Oh, Jamie, how you doing? How are you doing it? What, June what right now? In Kansas, it's June 5th. Tigress, I don't even know where you are. You don't have to say, but the 21st is a Sunday? Yep, sure is. It sure as heck is. You're from the future? Okay. That's all you gotta say. My daughter's dog has to have surgery next week. Oh no. Another mast cell tumor? Aw. So we're worried about her. Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Not near as bad what your husband is doing though. Oh, well, there's no comparison. But you know what? It's still scary regardless. You know what I mean? Oh, it's June 6th. Okay. Well, Tigress, we're used to that in mini streams because we have a lot of Australia friends, UK friends. We have a lot of people in our community from all over. So it's not surprising for us that you're already on June 6th. That's just the way it is, depending on where you live. It's her second one in 6 months. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. I'm all right making banana bread. Well, I don't like you anymore. Where's my banana bread? And being sore does not make it fun anymore? No, I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't, Jamie. Australia, though, is in the future. Well, right now, because like Raymondora is one of my great friends. She's in Australia. And right now it's morning tomorrow for me. I'm fully aware of her schedule because I watch her streams all the time. Well, when I can, because she streams really early in the morning for me. But when I stream, you know, sometimes she can join and hang out. It depending on what day it is and depending on what she has going on. So yeah, I'm very well aware. Reaps Gaming, one of my dear friends who passed away, was in Australia. Man, his channel keeps coming up for Planet Crafter for me lately because I've been playing a lot of Planet Crafter for a while off stream, and his playlist for his Planet Crafter, because I used to watch him play Planet Crafter all the time, and he loved that game so much. And so I've actually watched a few of them just to hear his voice because I miss him. I miss him. Yeah, I don't really like time zones because I mean, I get it, but it's hard to connect with some of your friends that are in different time zones. So sometimes I don't like them for that reason, you know? Sometimes I do not like them for that reason. Well, I totally knew we were not going to make a lot of money this time, obviously, because we expanded and, you know, we just have to get our money back up and then we're going to do another expansion. And I really think once we expand here, that'll give us plenty of room for the next update, and which I'm hoping is tomorrow. We'll see. However, I think the next expansion is going to be upstairs. I have a feeling it's going to be upstairs. It's going to be 62,000 and it's the upper floor. It'd be nice to get at least to this, do 2 more expansions, one for the upper floor and one for the ground floor tonight. I don't know if we'll get that far tonight. But I'd kind of like to get that one wall over there for the ground floor done. That's 62,000 and 65,000. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. But unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. Oh, I forgot we don't have unloaders at night. Oh, that was a bad move. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Oh, my food will spoil. No. Okay, we can't do that. You guys, I forgot about my unloaders. Oh no. That's why I don't do it at night, because all my unloaders are in the morning. Management, hiring. Okay, we can maybe get an unloader. Okay. 9109, 117. Ooh, that one's a pretty good one. 108 and 104 though, but at 140, I think I'd rather take this one. Okay, we can only get one, but at least one. It'll take a little longer, but one can at least start unloading while the rest of them stock. That's going to be better than nothing. Man, that was bad timing on my part. And I'm just sitting here talking, not realizing nothing's getting done. Oh my goodness. Rose, hi, how are you? Good to see you. My husband is about the same. Thank you for asking. He is not awakened yet. It's only been a week today. He's had a head trauma, a pretty severe head trauma to where he's in critical condition. He had surgery on his head last Friday. Wednesday, he had surgery on his leg he had 2 broken bones in his right leg. So he's been through a lot this week, man. He's been through a lot. He is responding to commands. Like if you say, wiggle your toes, he'll wiggle his toes. If you say, grasp my hand, he'll grasp your hand. So he is responding to commands, which is huge. He did make eye contact with me when he came up from recovery for his leg surgery. I was sitting there and his eyes were open, but they were kind of looking away from me. And as soon as I said, oh, hi, I see your eyes. I love you. His eyes snapped to mine. That was Wednesday. Today, when I called up at the nurse's station to check on him, she put me on speakerphone and he looked at the phone. So he knew that was me talking. So he does have recognition, but he has not, and he's breathing on his own. He's not sedated anymore, and he's breathing completely on his own, but he just hasn't woken up. He's not been awake yet. So it's to be expected, but it's kind of, I'm kind of getting impatient only because I miss him. I want him to be awake so I can talk to him, I know we needed that unloader, didn't we? So it's hard. It's very mentally exhausting. I am trying to take care of myself. I am eating little snacks and then maybe 1 meal a day. Nothing sounds good. I don't have much of an appetite. I am not a stress eater. I lose my appetite when I'm stressed. So I'm kind of making myself eat. But I'm not eating a lot just because I'm not hungry. And nothing sounds good. Did you drink water? I drink it all the time, Tigress. All the time. He did say, ow. Yes, Bugsy, you're right. He did say, ow. Yesterday, the nurse had to give him a shot for pain because his leg was, his leg, he had surgery on, is not casted. Because of mobility, they didn't want to cast it. And so they gave him a shot for his pain and he said, ow. That was the first time he's really talked since this whole thing happened. So that was huge. And when he's yawned, you know how sometimes when you yawn, you'll go, oh, like that. He's done that several times. So it's a sound. It may not be talking, but it's a sound. And it just makes you excited, that he made a sound. You know what I'm saying? So progress is a great thing. Keeping yourself busy is a good thing, but look after yourself. I'm really trying, Rose, very much. It's just like I felt really overwhelmed this morning. I've cried a bit today just because I just miss him and I want him home, and I've just felt overwhelmed because for 2 of us who've taken care of this household for 31 years, I'm having to take care of it all on my own. Now, my youngest son works a lot and he goes to school and he's getting ready to go to Japan for 2 weeks. And which we're really excited about for him. He was afraid to go, but I said, no, your dad already paid for your flight. He wants you to go. You need to go. But I know he's worried about it. He's worried about being so far away from his dad. But he knows I'll keep him updated. My oldest son has kind of been my rock right now. He's almost 30 and he's just really been there for me. Whereas my youngest son works part-time and then goes to school the other part-time. So he's kind of really not here most of the time. It's not his fault. But my oldest son has been able to be here for me and he's really been my rock. I'm not going to lie. A sound is progress? Oh, absolutely. Just to hear that sound come from his mouth was like, wow, that's amazing. Yep, but he did say ow plain as day, for sure. Come on, unloader, you gotta go faster. Go faster, go faster. I could try to help. Let's see. This is lobster. You know what? I don't. Where is my thingy? I know that didn't sound very good. Let me see if I can help figure out. I may or may not be able to figure out what this is any faster than she can. Okay, this is lobster. It's got to be in here. I just have no idea where. Hold on. Right there. I thought you could do this from this now. No? Okay, maybe we have to do this. And do... Oh, gosh. We'll help. We'll help get it done faster. Best we can. At least it gives us something. Whoa, whoa. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Come on now. Where's the other lobster? There's two of them in here. I don't think I put them side by side. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. We'll get this one going. I'm walking right into a shelf. That's cool. No. It's okay. We'll keep this one going. Hey, if we can help get it done faster, then yay. Now that one. Oh, come on. Oh, now you're making me mad because you won't let me put it on either? How can this be reserved to a staff if I've got the last two on here? Okay, that's irritating.
You're awesome!
I really wish, I might put this in his suggestion. I really wish if it's reserved for a staff that he'd let us still put stuff there. I mean, that's kind of silly because we kind of own the place, you know? If we own the place... Okay, what is... okay, that's lobster. What is this one? Salmon slice. Okay, salmon slice. We're going to see if we can figure out where this goes. I have no idea. No clue. What is this? King salmon fillet. Snow crab. Salmon slice. That's right there. See if we can help this out. See, we can help out. It's not that hard. It is obviously dependent on the product. Man, see, that stops your progress right there. That's crazy. I'm glad he's doing a little things that are progress. Thank you, Tsunami. Thank you. Yeah, it's little progress, and every little progress is great progress, but it's just... The waiting game is so hard, you guys. The waiting game is excruciating. It drives me crazy. It literally drives me crazy. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's the hard part, is the waiting and the not knowing. Like, is he going to be able to walk okay again? Is he going to be able to function a high enough percentage that everything will be okay? I don't know that. What is this? This is sardine. Oh, okay. They're coming to get the rest. Sardine. Where is sardine? Oh, see, and I have somebody just now texting me. See, I wonder why I didn't order any of those. There's got to be an empty pallet somewhere. Maybe? Hi, baby. Oh, no. That's fruit yogurt. So we put some store stuff in here too, not just seafood. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just didn't realize it. Shrimp is completely empty. I wonder if we have some in the grocery store section. Because that's fridge. This one's empty. This one's cool. And this is the other. Oh, this is freezer. Oh, there was some grocery items that had to go in the fridge. So we didn't have a choice but to combine them with seafood, which makes sense. That makes sense. I just left my rack in here. What am I looking for? Sardine. I didn't even see any empty crates, except for the lobster. Perch. I wouldn't have ordered them unless it was empty. But I'm not seeing any other empty crates. Are you guys? Wait a minute. What's up here? No? No? Oh, right here? No. King salmon. Wait, what's that? No, that's shrimp. Well, where is sardine? Maybe I should take it back and let them figure it out, because they'll find it back faster than I would. Oh no. Oh no. Bummer. Now I gotta find sardine. I'm gonna leave that right here for a second. What if I don't find sardine? Surely sardine's in here somewhere. King crab. Bream. That's full. That's what we just emptied. Salmon fillet, black oyster, white oyster, herring, clean carp. There's sardine. Why did I think I needed a whole thing? Or did I get a whole thing? I don't think I did. Okay. I think we're going to be okay. No, let go. Oop. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've had so many people text me, so many of his friends and my friends. We'll close that door. That is also a new update, you guys, to be able to hold on to the cart and to be able to open and close a door. That's new. You couldn't do that before. You had to let go of the cart and then you had to. I want to move this over here a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna end the day. $4.91, not quite as many. See, 17 products. That doesn't surprise me because we ordered everything at the very end. So that's no surprise. Now we still have $2,200 after paying staff. So let's see what we need. Well, we already know we need that. I do need to go check the bakery though, items. Sometimes the bakery items are misleading on what we're really out of, so I need to go check that. We can catch up with everything a little bit today. Right on a coupe, we'll get a couple of those. Push cart, we'll get a couple. That was toys and candy. Groceries. We got a little bit of groceries here. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping the update will be tomorrow. Seafood. Yeah, I noticed these two we were out when I was putting that stuff back. Clothing. Yeah, it looks like we're good on clothing. Sports. Nope, we're good. And vending I already did. So this will go to Doc 2. Yep, that'll be good. Riley, update your game? Are you serious? Like right now? He did not do that this late, did he? Oh, I would be so excited if he did. No, it doesn't say there's an announcement or anything. Really? It doesn't say that in his Discord. And you're sure it's not just the test that's been updated? Because I don't see anything on the live file that he's updated. Oh my God, that looks so good. Oh no, is it just a test, Tsunami? If it is, that's fine. Don't be sorry. Oh, the racks and stuff look so good. I'm so excited. Maybe I'm not in the game. That's fine. Yeah, he just updated the play test. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I think he just updated the play test. And that's fine. I can wait till tomorrow. No, you're fine. I would be excited, but it's fine, Tsunami. Don't worry. It's all good. I'm just going to go in just to make sure that I don't have... Yeah, there's no download for me. It's fine. I can wait till tomorrow. Hey, I'm trying to get my stuff expanded. So I need more time, so don't be sorry. Hi, Birdsong. How are you? Good to see you. How you doing? I didn't mean to do that. So we ordered some more stuff, so we'll let our restockers and our... we've got a lot of unloaders on the morning shift. So, yeah, they're going to town. Going to town. So this shouldn't take too long, and then we'll open up. I do want to check the bread, though, or the bakery. But yeah, that just means, Tsunami, to me, that we have more time to expand. And then, this is not the bakery. And then we have more time to get stuff ready for it. That also makes me think, okay, you can't do the gun. And why is that empty? Okay, that's not good. That also makes me think it's that much closer to maybe it'll update tomorrow, because I think that was what he said is what he's trying to do. He's trying to update it for tomorrow. So that would be good. That'd be good. See, there's still some of those. I don't see anything that's empty. That one's got one more box. That should be fine for one day. Yeah, that one's still got a box up there. That one still has a box. Now that one's empty. That one's empty, so we definitely do want to order that. Yeah, because that one all the way up the shelf is empty. Everything else at least has one or more boxes. Because remember, we did them all three up like that. So for right now, it's just that one. Uh-oh. I just locked myself in. That's cool. I just did that to myself. It's all right. That one's got some on the bottom. Yeah, as long as there are 1 or 2 boxes, I don't reorder, because if you think about it, one whole shelf makes a pallet. And so if you even have 1 or 2 left, the whole pallet's not going to fit on there. It looks like that's the only thing from the bakery that I need to order. So that's cool. We can do Doc 3. There we go. So you always have to check your bakery and not just go off of what's on the computer, because it's not 100% accurate. Only on the bakery. Said something about vitamins. Did I order vitamins? Oh, that might have been hidden. Hold on. If you look at sports, you have to go down to find the vitamins. Oh, I went down. I had to have ordered them because they're not on here. Okay. Yeah, the seafood area looks a lot better straight like this, I think. I still like these on the corners, but to have it straight down like this instead of curved, I think makes a big difference. But hey, we've got this whole section open over here. If we can get this one wall down tonight, I think I'll feel more ready for the update if it's tomorrow. Because we can put everything over in this section maybe. I don't know what all it's going to be yet either. And then I know we're probably going to want to change out our freezers. Are you stuck, sir? What do you want to do about that? We can... I can't just open the day because he'll still be stuck there. I hate when one of the stalkers gets stuck. You can't just unstick them that easy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do save. We're going to exit to the main menu. Unfortunately. Thank you for the welcome. I'm doing good, and it's nice to see you. Awesome. Awesome. All right, we'll go back in. I started the grocery department while I was on the plane. Nice. That's awesome. I love the grocery departments of any simulator game. I just like the groceries for some reason. They're not always the most profitable department, but I like them for some reason. We'll see if we got our stalker unstuck. Maybe, maybe not. We will see. My dog is outside barking. Come on. Loading, loading, loading. Keep those puppies loading. Like, my game is like stuck right there. Do you see that? It's not moving anymore. Oh, there it goes. Whoosh. I was like, whoa, you better be going on the rest of the way. Go make me mad. I did get those done. He's not stuck over here anymore. He's not stuck on Band-Aid brand. Because Band-Aid brand isn't stuck on him. We looking okay up here? Everything looking all right? Doesn't look like our doll houses were stocked 100%. Like, this is the one we're always out of. Like, I know I ordered some of these. The Dream Mansion, I'm sure I ordered some. Or at least I thought I did. Let's go look. Oh, wait, she's bringing some stuff out still. If I look at toys and candy and I look at out of stock, nope. How did that just get out? Now this is all the suits that I don't buy, but I always go down because there are some that are down farther, but that's fine. Sports, let's go back up. But see the pills, you go back down a little bit, but yeah, nothing needs to be ordered there. And vending is fine. So I don't know if it could be that when they were restocking, while I was ordering, they could have restocked what we had left, and then it showed zero. I don't know. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. It happens, but that's not that much to put away. That's not that much to restock. So that's fine. I love the look of my warehouse now. I feel so much more organized now than I did before the last update. Like, it is so much better. This is just all my pallet racks. I did sell a few. Just because I figure I can always buy them again, you know? In fact, I might just go ahead and get rid of a few more of these. We could use the money right now, you know? I do want to keep some because we've already paid for them. Why not? We'll just make that kind of even right there. And see, that gave us a little bit more money. It's only like 250 a piece that you get because you only get half back. And there are 500, so it's not like you're getting back a bunch of money. But hey, every little bit helps. All right. Let's stand back and watch the action. Watch the action. I need to bring my dogs in here in a little bit, but being that it's almost 8:30 and the sun is still shining and it's still light out, I don't want to bring them in until they're really, really pooped out. And they're still outside, so we'll let them play longer. I still love this game. I'm so excited that they're going to do an update tomorrow. He tries to make an update. He doesn't like to wait too long in between updates. You know, obviously his game is doing so well, but he doesn't want people to get disinterested. So I totally get that. But he really works hard at this, developing this game. And it shows because this game is by far one of my favorite simulator games. You can tell he's just really, if he doesn't like something that's early on that he made, like the freezers, the update that's coming, he's upgrading the freezers and they look really, really good. So he likes to improve as much as he likes to add more things, you know? And that's what I like about him. I am liking how I feel like there's more customers coming in. Remember, we've always talked about the numbers on the left, like it's 53, 52 right now, and you can have 88 customers in here at a time. And remember how it never gets that high, but I feel like it's kind of going up a little bit higher than normal. I could be wrong. But I also like how the restockers are going faster and not constantly going up and down, going up, restocking, coming down, restocking, going back up. They're not making unnecessary trips. I really, really love that improvement for sure. I love the look of the new freezers. I do too. I do too, Bama. I love how he improves stuff like that. Just kind of in between some of the bigger updates, he likes to throw in little updates, even if it's optimization, which really helps a lot. And then he always adds other stuff in there. And it's just such a treat, you know? It's just a treat that instead we know he's working on some big updates, but to be able to continue on with the small updates in between is awesome. Now, if you like building and really good building, like Solar Punk releases Monday. Now, I'm a backer on Kickstarter for Solar Punk. I may or may not be streaming it Monday. It's going to depend on what time if I go to the hospital right from work, it's going to be later. So I'm going to have to gauge my streams during the week now, dependent on when I can go to the hospital. So, but let me tell you about Solar Punk. If you didn't play the demo, I believe the demo has been taken down now because it's getting ready to go live on Monday. The building is amazing. Like, it's so easy to build in the game, and it is just such a good game. It's so clean. Like, even when I did the alpha test and the beta test, and yes, there are videos on my channel of when I streamed Solar Punk, because we were allowed to stream it. It is such a good game, you guys. It is so much fun. Riley, I already know what my third island name is in Dinkum. Oh my goodness, what is it, Terry? But if you're really interested in a really good game, it is mouse and keyboard. I do not believe it's controller supported. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. But I know I played mouse and keyboard. But it is a fun game, and I love the building in Solar Punk. So we're supposed to, the people who backed it, which I was one of them, we're supposed to get our keys sometime during the day. So if I get home from the hospital early enough, and I may not even go to the hospital, it's going to depend on my day Monday. I think it's going to be a hard day back at work. And I think I have works, even though they've been trying to keep up with my work. I have other stuff I need to do, and it's just going to be a long day, you guys. So tomorrow, another thing my husband always did, he always took the car on the weekend and he'd fill it up with gas. Well, I'm going to have to go put gas in it tomorrow, which is okay because I have a prescription to pick up. So I'm just going to go over sometime tomorrow and get gas and then run by and get my prescription, be done with all that. It's just something I haven't had to do in a really long time. Not that I don't know how to do it. It's just I haven't had to do it in a really long time. So all the things that you take for granted, the dogs, he always made sure their food and water was full, morning and evening. I've had to really make myself pay attention because I haven't had to do that in such a long time because he's always taking care of that. It's the little things that you don't think about and that you take for granted because he's always done it that now I have to do. I have to do everything. So now my oldest son took the trash out this morning, took the cans down to the driveway because it was trash pickup day. My husband's always done that. He did that for me. That's amazing. My youngest son brought the cans back in this afternoon. So that's awesome. But yeah, it's just these little things, you know. On Steam, it says full controller support. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I couldn't remember because it's been so long since I did the last beta test. And I can't remember if I did it with controller or not. I don't even remember. But that's awesome. Hi, Neon Sphere. How are you? I'm doing as best as I can be, Neon Sphere. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Neon. Yeah, I'm doing as best as can be expected. We'll just say that. Let me answer him this text real quick for one of his friends. Oh, he must have left right before we did. Oh my gosh, I hate autocorrect. You know, my new mantra, and this is something that the doctor who did his head surgery said to me more than once. No news is good news. If I don't have a nurse or a doctor call me or something happened when I'm there, that could be bad news. So no news is good news. Has he made any other changes? No, but he's made so many little ones this week that it's okay if he goes a day and doesn't have any changes. You know, if he doesn't have any improvements one day, I mean, he's been doing small ones all week. So he just told me what time he left. I said, well, you must have just left right before we got up there. So no news is good news. And that's my new mantra, because if I get a call, like if a nurse calls me, a lot of times they know me now that they say it's not bad news. That's the first thing they say, because I've told them I've been living by no news is good news. So you're doing fine. A bit cold. Is it becoming winter there, Neon? Is it starting to become winter there, or fall possibly? I lose track of that. I used to keep.
Awesome.
You're awesome. I used to keep more track of that when Reeves Gaming was still living, and I would talk to him quite a bit. And he would tell me it is winter now. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I've lost a lot of that because I used to watch Reaps a lot of times in the morning while I was getting up, right after I got up, and I was drinking my coffee, trying to like kind of wake up for my day. And that's where I would hear a lot of those updates. Ooh, 62 out of 88. That's good. Hey, Gregory, how are you? Good to see you. How you doing? But yeah, so just kind of waiting for the store to close, waiting for all the restocking to be done, keeping up with all the customers. Let's see what that's like today at the end of the report, because I think we were a lot more stocked today than we were yesterday, obviously. You're doing good. You just got home from work? Wow. Now, I don't know where you're at, but it is 8:30 here in Kansas. So you might be 2 hours earlier than me. I don't know exactly what your time zone is, and you don't have to tell me that. You don't have to tell me that. I dread going back to work so bad, you guys. When you have somebody that's in critical condition, it's so hard to focus on stuff. Games are not so bad, but I mean, I have to go back to work, and actually what I do matters. So I'm a little nervous about that. I'm a little nervous about going back and really being able to keep up with stuff. I told my manager today, I said, I can't guarantee I'll give you 100% of me. I can't guarantee you that a couple times a day I might break down, because that's happened every single day since his accident. So I'm human. And she's like, that is perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Just do the best you can and don't worry about it. She's very, I like where I work a lot. Oh, you're in Southern California, so you are 2 hours behind me. Absolutely. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, take a load off. It's Friday. It is Friday. Hopefully you don't work tomorrow. So I think the next one I want to say was like $62,000. That's a lot of money. So when you get to a point where you expand and then you have to get your money back up, once you get to a day like today, it could take a day or two after to get your money up enough to be able to actually afford the expansion. And that's just the way it is. It just takes time. Hugs, prayers, and healing light to you and your hobby. Oh, Tammy, thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. Thank you so, so much. We have a lot of people praying, and I really believe that's helped a lot all week. A lot of prayer groups. And then just people giving good wishes and strength and comfort. And, you know, everything helps. Everything helps. I just want him home. And I know he's not going to be home for quite a while. And that's hard. That's really hard. I'm not in the best physical shape myself. So to have to take on the whole household is a little daunting. I'm not going to lie. And I just miss him, you know? I miss hearing him because my husband was a very vocal person. I should say is a very vocal person. I don't mean to say past tense. There's no reason to say that. I just mean that he's not here right now. But he's always been very vocal. Like he likes to kid. If he likes to snack a lot. And he'll be out there watching TV and he'll go, I'm hunger dying. I'm hunger dying here. Nobody cares. I'm hunger dying. And he just teases about stuff like that all the time. He's always vocal. He's always talking. And then he'll walk back here and he'll come and sit in my other office chair and tell me all kinds of stuff about work that just goes in one ear and out the other in my head. Because it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. It's building decks. But I'll just sit here and listen and go, But I miss that. I miss that. I do work weekends. I am not scheduled to work tomorrow, but Sunday. Oh, nice. A day off tomorrow. Let's go. Oh, thank you for the continued prayers, Gregory. I appreciate that so, so much. Are they out of food? Anyway, so interesting. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be back in just 1 minute. I'm going to check on the dogs, maybe get them inside. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Thanks for holding. Had to fill their water. Their water was completely gone. Cindy, hi, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I had to go fill the water bowl, but I did close and lock the back door, so unless something happens, they're in for the night. So that's good. One less thing to worry about tonight. They'll get tired enough, they just crash out in the hall outside my office. So that's fine. My surgery went well. Now the waiting game for the results. Oh, I'm praying everything turns out fine, Cindy. Oh, you're welcome. Keep me updated. I hope everything comes out okay. So for those of you playing Megastore Simulator, there could be an update tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. I think that's what they're shooting for. I don't know what time or anything, but good possibility. Oh, I wish I was retired and I didn't have to go to work next week. That would be so nice. Tomorrow, do you think? Possibly. That's what it's sounding like. Yeah, I don't know for a fact. I read their playtest channel and it's sounding like there could be. It sounds like there could be. So you kept checking all day. Well, if you're in their Discord, you pretty much know when it's happening. The last thing I read in there was just a couple of hours ago or a few hours ago, and it said that, you know, they were hoping to have it released tomorrow. So we shall see. Hopefully, I hope so, because it looks like it's going to be a good one. What's in the new update? If everybody does, if you don't want spoilers, you guys, mute me for a minute. And then I will say what it is or what I've seen. I don't know everything about it. I've only just kind of skimmed through what was in there. Welcome back, Tigress. So if you don't want to hear, mute me now and then come back in a couple minutes. Hey, Jill. But it's a seasonal update. It's a season, you know, he doesn't like to wait too much between updates. And while he's working on the butchery in the deli, he is going to update a seasonal update. Oh, you're fine, Tigress. And it's going to be a summer update. So it's going to be like new shelves, like beach towels rolled up, stuff for summer. I don't know what all it entails. We love spoilers. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Good to see you. Plus, you know how we like to do upgrades? Like, you remember when the produce at the very beginning was in these little crates on a shelf? And then he came up with this? Well, now he's going to be upgrading these freezers right here. And they look really good. So he's going to be upgrading these freezers as well. So I don't know what all the summer things is in it, but it is going to be a seasonal update. I did read he said that he would like to start doing seasonal updates. So like maybe for fall, maybe for winter. You know, maybe he'll add Christmas stuff in wintertime. Who knows? I don't know what he's liable to do. But yeah. We love his updates though, right? Surfboards, bathing suits. Yeah, I'm excited. You know, his updates are always awesome. So last time I read in there, because it looks like, you guys, I usually look in their Discord a lot. And I haven't all week because of my husband being in the hospital. So I just looked at it tonight and I was like, wait a minute. He just said he was going to try to do an update tomorrow. Like tomorrow? And I had to look at the date and time. And I was like, yeah, he was just talking about that today. Oh, okay. So, so I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for an update. So what I've been doing is, not to say every inch of square of my store is filled, because it's not, but I thought I might put it back here because I started expanding back here. So I might start, I might put it back here. I just don't know how many items it is or how many things there are. I've not gotten that far on reading. Oh, they're pretty much done. Well, let's end the day. 530, and it went down to only 10 products. So we're still missing some products not being fully out there in time. I don't know if that's ever going to go away because I feel like I never get enough restockers out there to... I don't know if I need more in the morning or the afternoon. Switch some from the morning to the afternoon. Because if you think about it, I wonder if it would do better to have more in the afternoon just because, and less in the morning. The only reason I'm saying that is because I always restock first thing in the morning. And I usually don't open the store until it's completely restocked. But that's like they go a half a day. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm trying to save money though, because my next expansion is upstairs and it's $62,200. That's a lot of money, you guys. So we've got 43. Oh, I don't think I got my vending machines. I think I forgot to go out and get my vending machine cash. So let's do that real quick. So I'm hoping restocking will not be too bad today because we restocked quite a bit yesterday. So the less we have to restock, the less money we spend. And then the more money we start with, the more money we end up with. That's how I see it, for what that's worth. Cindy, how do you have that much money saved up? What is your secret? Your space downstairs is ready for the deli butcher. Nice. See, I don't want to put the summer stuff down there. Here's why. I'd rather put the butcher deli downstairs because my bakery's downstairs and my grocery store is downstairs and my seafood is downstairs. Day 552, that'll do it. That'll do it. But I don't have all the departments yet. Like, I don't have the most expensive departments yet because it takes so much to restock them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have music and electronics yet because even though they're good money makers, it costs so much to stock them. I need an intervention. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. So I feel like by the time I feel like I struggle with it because the products I have right now are not the most expensive products. And even though they're not, I don't have enough money to save up to really like start a new department that has really expensive products. Because if you buy them by the pallet, it's a lot of money. You know what I mean? I love this game so much. I do too, Cindy. But I feel like I almost need to start on those just so I can get more money faster. But like you, I spend a lot of time ordering. Yeah, for sure. So I figure at some point we're going to have to add more products that are more expensive, but I'm trying to get some expansions done, you know? I'm just kind of struggling back and forth between trying to get money up and then trying to get expansions done. It's just crazy. It's back and forth a lot. You love this game. I love it too. I'm on day 81. Let's go, Coco. Let's go. Okay, I guess we're going backwards today because, you know, that's just how it started. That's how it ended up. But like, I got the license for those suits, but they're so expensive to buy a pallet that I don't stock them. I do not stock them right now because they're just too expensive, you know? Let's go ahead and do dock 1 on that and get that going. Lobsters, 2 pallets. Grocery, we got a few groceries. Man, we're always out of toilet paper. I almost need 2 pallets of toilet paper for real. Oh yeah, we need a lot of that. So we'll go ahead and do dock 2 on that. We need some sheepies. Sheepies. Toolbox, camper van. The dollhouses are always out. So I do 2 pallets of each of them because you only get 5. On that one, you only get 5 a pallet. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bakery is hit and miss. So now we're down to 32,000. That wasn't too bad. We were at 42. So we spent about 10,000. What is this? Why is there an empty box right there? Like, why? Why must we? Why must we do that? And these are box shelves for the freezers and stuff in case we need some in the future. But we may end up needing the other kind. So you just don't know. You don't know. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. So we're going to go in and take a look at our bakery area. See if we have anything that we are completely out of that we might need to order. Ah, this one right here. That one's completely out. And my shelves go 3 up. So if there's even 1 there, then we don't want to order a whole pallet. So I don't order. That one's got some. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. We got that right there. I wonder if that's more than 1 pallet because you see how it only filled that much. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it, but doesn't that seem odd that we said it would take all 3 shelves to make 1 pallet? Maybe it varies by product. It could very well. It could very well. I mean, it must because 2 of those shelves are empty and I ordered a pallet for that. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Which you wouldn't know which ones does and which one doesn't unless you just really sit here and watch it. So we have 2 products that are out, but you notice it didn't show anything was out in the bakery. And that's because on the shelf out there, let's go to dock 4 with that. On the shelf out there, on the racks, where in the actual bakery itself, those are considered shelves. So if there's some on there, it doesn't say it's empty. And that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to know if you just use your computer to say, okay, bakery, are you out of anything? If it says no, you have to go check. Whoa, that ran me over. You have to go check because it could be there are some on the racks over there and it's taking that's off shelf. So it's a little misleading on the bakery. You just have to manually check. It's your fault, Riley. That's okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. My son is finally running like a well-oiled machine. Nice. You too, 2 to 3 pallets. Yeah. Some items you just have to, and some you don't. You know, most of them I don't think you do. At least for what I have so far. That might change when it comes to like electronics and stuff like, and I know music. before I started over my playthrough, I had guitars. You don't get many on a pallet, and you don't get many you can hang up unless you do more than one shelf, which you probably ought to do just because they go that fast. And they're expensive as heck. They're very, very expensive. Yeah, my dogs are being really quiet now. I have 8 restockers for morning shift and 8 for afternoon, evening. I feel like I'm the same, Cindy. Now, I have more unloaders for the morning. I have 1 in the evening, but I have more in the... I have most all my unloaders in the morning because I always order in the morning. I like to wait until the staff pay is taken out first, so I know exactly how much I have. I wish you could split them. Oh, wait, that's all shifts. Okay, we can split them. I forgot. So this is morning. That's 3, 6, 9. I have 10. I have 10 in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 16 in the afternoon. Because I have everything and it's taking so long. Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, we should change a few of these to the morning. I think we should change a few of these to the morning shift. Because if you think about it, it's morning to afternoon. You know, it's still quite a few hours. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 in the morning. Yeah, we should change like at least 3 of them to morning, I think. But we have to do it at the end of the day. So help me remember to do that at the end of the day, you guys. I find I need to order throughout the day too. Oh, I do not. I normally do not order till the next day because if they run out of something, like last night I had 10 missing products. I probably ran out, but I'm not going to spend my money because they don't really care. If they run out, they just don't buy it. They go buy something else. This game is not in a position where what affects the customers affects the game. It's not like that. Now, he may change it like that someday, but right now they'll just go, oh, that product's not there. And then they'll go somewhere else and get something else. You know what I mean? When you have more funds, you can. Oh, true. That's true, Cindy. But I just don't I don't pay attention to it during the day because I just let it run, you know? Not saying that's the right thing to do, for sure. I'm not going to say I'm a pro at this game by any means, but it's kind of worked out for me. And we got a little bit more unloading to do there, and then I think we'll be done. Looks like some of the seafood. Looks like they're going to get it right now. I look at my graphs and I wanted to see if it made a difference. Does it make a difference to you? It makes me cross my eyes. It makes me cross my eyes to look at the statistics. I guess because I'm just not used to it. Excuse me. I'm not used to looking at statistics in a game in the first place to sit there and really understand what it all means, you know? No boxes for Dream Mansion. Okay, hold on. That's so weird because I thought I ordered these. Did I order them? Are they coming separately? I want to make sure before I order them. No, it doesn't look like they come in. Okay, I don't know why. Unless the last of the stock was ordered just now, which very well could be. I feel like I could actually get 3 of these, and I think I might do that. And if I have to, I'll just find room for another pallet. Because they're always running out all day. I could even do 4. You only get 5 on a pallet. You know what I mean? They do go fast. They make me crazy. Let's just go back to dock 1 on that. And I think if I have to go get a pallet, I know I have tons of room down. Well, I have room right here. Like, I even have room right there. But let's let the unloaders get them and see where they take them first. The restockers will take them off the pallets if placed on the floor too. Oh no, I know that, but I have plenty of shelf room right now. I don't know about you, but after I set up all the refrigerator, freezers, all the walk-in things, I had so many pallets left over. I had a ton of pallets left over, or a lot of just holes like this. You only order in the morning also? Yeah, Bama. Hey, aloha, how are you? I've been lurking, glad to hear your husband said ow and made noise. Continue to pray for your husband and of course for you and your family. And hello. Aloha, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. I really appreciate that so much. Truly, truly. Those ride-on cars are hard to keep up with too. Yeah, it's the doll houses and the ride-on cars. Those are the 2 things you need almost like 2 to 3 pallets. Because they only come like 5 in a pallet. It's crazy. Well, I didn't have any left, so I must have had 3 pallets to put them on. So that's good. That's good. What do we say now? Nothing? Okay. Everything's been restocked then. Let's go. Let's open this darn thing and get some more money in. Let's see if we can get way past 62,000. Hi, baby. Hi, my Jilly girl. My dogs are so confused. You can tell they're just kind of like not understanding why my husband is not here. I mean, it's going to be a long time and it's only been a week so far. Like, I feel like we have so long to go. I think that's what's so hard is sometimes I just stop and I think, wow, we don't even know when he'll be home. And you know what? Once he gets to where he could go somewhere, he's probably going to have to go to a rehab facility. And I got to tell you, you guys, I kind of have some PTSD about that. Because when that happened with my dad, he was diagnosed with dementia and he had to go to a rehab facility and he never came out of there. He never came out of there. So I'm so scared. And I know it could turn out that it's not going to be the same by any means, but it's just, I've already lived through that once with my dad. And that scares me, you know? It really scares me. My sister unfortunately went on vacation to Florida right the day after the accident happened. So she came back into town tonight and she has some stuff going on at church tomorrow morning. And then after that, we're going to get together. I don't have my parents anymore, but it's like, and I only have one sister. And I was just like, I don't even have my sister's not even here to talk to right now. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you so much. I pretty much break down emotionally twice a day, at least, at the least. I think today was a little bit more often than that, just because it was just kind of an overwhelming day. And then I just go up and I sit there and watch him sleep. And I'm like, just do something, you know, open your eyes, look around, do anything, even if it's little. And my son and I were up there for like 2 hours and he just slept. He did move his hand, his right hand and arm. He moved it up a couple times, moved it around. He does that a lot. That's great. But I'm like, open your eyes. Just open your eyes. You know? Aw, thank you, Tigress. My mom broke a lot of bones at different times, so she went to rehab many times. Yeah, and see, I've just not had anybody go to rehab and then come home. Of course, it was only the one time. It was just my dad, but it kind of makes me nervous because that's the only thing I have to relate it to. You know what I mean? Oh, Beth, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. He feels you there. He knows. I know he does, and I'm so thankful. I feel so grateful. And I feel kind of selfish. Like, I'm very grateful for what we've gotten so far in such a short time. It's only been a week. But I want more. I want to be able to talk to him. I want him to be able to answer. I want him to be able to want to sit up and watch TV. Like, that's what he loves to do. I want him to be able to do that. You know, it might be insignificant, but it's something that he's always enjoyed doing, and it means he's well enough to do that. Like, I want that, you know? I know, and it's going to be this way for a while, you guys. So hang on. Hang on, we got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. And as long as you don't like get tired of hearing me talk about it, I love your company so much. It's really helping me just be able to vent a little bit, you know? Like, it's not really 100% a distraction because nothing really is right now. But it gives me comfort to be able to at least talk about it, you know? My dad was supposed to come home from rehab, but died the night before he was supposed to go home, but he was 91. Yeah, that's a big one. Not to say that we're spring chickens, but we are 67. That's still fairly young if you think about it. It's not 38, but it's still relatively young. So absolutely. But, you know, my husband has a heart condition. He has a terminal heart condition. He has a pacemaker he just had put in January. But you know what my husband's lived through? He lived through, in 1992, he was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy and was given 6 months to a year to live. In 1992, you guys. That's why his sister and I say, if anybody is going to be too stubborn and can get through this mess, he can. He fell 9 feet off scaffolding and broke his entire left side of his body. He lived through that. He's been through, his body has been through so much, and he still pulls through. That's what keeps me going. That really is what keeps me going, you know? Because he's just lived through so much that some people might not have, you know? Absolutely, Tigress, absolutely. And, you know, I keep telling him I'm not ready to let him go. I'm going to be selfish. I want him home with me. So far, like I said, the little steps that he's made so far are really huge. Being that he had a head trauma as bad as he had it, he's doing really well. I'm just getting impatient. I really just want him to wake up. I know they do too. We talk about it every time I go up there. But there's nothing you can do. They have to wake up in their time. And having a head trauma that severe, There's concussion, he had head surgery. He's been through a lot, and it's going to take a little while. It doesn't take overnight with a head trauma. Head traumas are so different than a lot of things. And so it's not unusual that he's not awake yet. It really isn't. But they're still hoping that he'll wake up soon. It just does take time. My dad had a pacemaker too. He got it at 75. My dad had one too. I think he was in his 60s. You both are flipping amazing. Hey, Da Vinci. Thank you so much. How you doing? The brain needs to heal a bit. Yeah. Well, they had to push his right side back into place because it was completely pushed in. It was a 2-hour head surgery. So that was a lot. That was a lot. We are fully expecting, he's already have physical therapy team in there helping, even though he's not awake, to help move limbs around and stuff like that to keep mobility. I fully expect they're going to have a speech pathologist in there to give speech therapy when he does wake up. I don't expect him to just come out of that and be able and just be himself. I think he's gonna need some speech therapy. I would not doubt it at all. You've been through a head injury. It's not fun to work through. Yeah. I saw the x-ray in the ER last Friday when it happened, and where you would see his left side was like a half circle, and then your top of your head is like a half circle, and then your right side is supposed to be a half circle. So it kind of forms like almost a full circle. Well, his right side was completely inward instead of outward. He literally pushed his head in on the right side. They literally, according to his neurosurgeon, his words, I need to go pop it back into place. That's how he said it in English for me. So yeah, it's a big one. It was a lot. My grandson hit his head the other day. He had lots of headaches. Plus the doctor said not to make any decisions and work on anything complex. And his memory is not good, but he's getting better. Oh, Rose, that is so sad. I'm so sorry about that. I hope he gets completely healed. The registers keep reminding me of a heart monitor. Well, the good news is my husband was taking off a lot of his IVs. He was taken off of his oxygen that was in his nose because he's completely breathing on his own now. So he no longer has that. He still has the feeding tube right now. But a lot of his PICC line was taken out. A lot of his IVs are gone. Like, if you looked behind him, the whole IV rack was full. Plus he had some on the right side of his bed. And some of his monitors are gone. So all of that is a good sign. All of that is moving in the right direction. It's just a slow process. It's just very slow. And it's hard, you know. It's just hard because he's not here. So that's rough. I have my good and bad times. I might have done some crying today just because I miss him and I just want him here. I've also had to undertake from sharing the household with everything that entails to having to do it all myself now. And that's just been really overwhelming. I'm doing okay with it. There's still a few things I still have to figure out because he didn't tell me, you know, I don't know all of his credit cards, all of his business stuff. So I've had to learn a lot of that as well. So yeah, it's been a lot, you guys. It's been a lot. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. You had surgery before to fix your hearing? That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, it's just a long healing process, you know. There's just no doubt about it. And I don't know. I go to sleep every night. Well, I don't go to sleep every night. I get in bed every night. The dogs get in the bed with me. And I turn on the TV for like back noise. Because without him there, it feels weird, you know? It just feels weird. And then the dogs finally get off the bed and they go to sleep. And then once I finally get drowsy enough, I'll turn the TV off before and just actually go to sleep. But it takes me a while. Just because he's not there, you know? It's just not there. So, anyway, but for what it's worth, it's only been a week. And from what just the things he's done so far has been great. Physical therapy team 2 days in a row now has gone in and not only worked with his limbs to keep mobility up, but actually sat him at the foot of his bed. Now, they have to kind of hold on to his head and stuff because he's really not awake. He can't hold his head up. So, but there's that. At least they're sitting him up so he's not just laying in bed. It's not for very long, but it's enough. You need the white noise to sleep. I normally don't because he's there and he goes to bed usually a lot earlier than I do. But it's just weird that he's not there. So I kind of just listen a little bit and until I get drowsy enough and then I just turn it off. Dirk Plays Games, how are you? Good to see you. Sadly, I broke my first bone at 32 and I just got home. Yesterday, it is in the heel of your foot. My husband, years ago, jumped off the bed of his truck like a goofball and shattered his heel on one of his feet. And I think it was his right foot, which is the leg that's broken. Because when I was in the ER with him, and I was talking to the orthopedic doctor, and he showed me the x-rays of his broken bones in his leg. He said, yeah, and his heel looks really weird in the x-ray. I can't quite figure it out. And I go, well, I believe that's the same foot that he shattered his heel when he jumped off the bed of his truck and kind of missed his footing. Yeah, are you doing okay, Dirk? And you just got home from... Oh, you just broke it yesterday? Am I reading that correctly? You just broke it yesterday. It still hurts? Oh, I bet it does. I bet it does, Dirk. You know, a few years ago, I fell down the stairs here at home, and I broke my fibula in my left leg, and it hurt. There's no doubt that the bad thing was because I have such a bad back, my back actually hurt worse than my broken leg. But they put me in a boot. They never casted it because nowadays anymore, depending on the severity, they don't want you to lose your mobility. So they want you to walk on it as soon as you can. And the orthopedic surgeon that did surgery on my husband's leg said, as soon as he's awake enough and can try to stand on it, they want to try to get him to stand on it and walk on it. Because otherwise, if you cast it like they used to just cast everything immediately, you can lose mobility very easily. So they just don't like to do that anymore. And that makes sense to me. That makes sense. So, it's just getting him awake to get to that point. He said at least within the next 6 weeks. Now, I've already been told by the neurosurgeon when he did my husband's head surgery, you know, it could be weeks or months before my husband gets out of the hospital. So we got a long road, you guys. We got a long road. But we'll get there. My foot stuck to a paper plate and it acted like a skateboard. Oh, it slid from under you. Yeah. And it went back and forth 5 times. I put the other foot down, not looking. It was upside down and broke. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Dirk. I'm so sorry about that. You broke it on the first. Okay, got you. Got you. One day I almost fell down the stairs because I slipped, but luckily I held onto the railing and just, yeah, I held onto the railing too, but I still slid and hit my back against the step and also broke my fibula in my leg. So my mom was making the bunk beds at her house, fell off and broke her shoulder. Oh my goodness, Tsunami. That had to hurt. That had to hurt. Wow. Yeah, we all need to be wrapped in bubble wrap. But Dirk, the way you explain that, I could actually envision that. You know what I mean? I could actually see that happening. For sure. For sure. All right, let's go out and get our vending machine money. Give me all the money. Give me all the money. Now, we're probably going to do something stupid again and expand, and then we're not going to be able to restock as much tomorrow, but that's okay. I can live with that. Let's see what that expense is. We're going to wait till tomorrow, though. Staff salary always comes out first. Oh, and it's the end of the day. We were going to change some of our restockers. Let's do that. Management, manage staff. This is my late shift. Where did all the people go? Oh, they're all up here. I'm like, where'd they all go? 3, 6, 9. Let's do about 3 of them. Let's do about 3 of them and see if that kind of helps. That might help during the day. We'll do that. We'll do that. And see if that helps tomorrow morning, because it takes long to restock at night, and I think that's why I added more at night than I did in the morning. But now it's starting to take long after I reorder stock. So it's kind of like they both need to be a lot. But you can only have so many. That makes me crazy. That makes me crazy. I've never broken anything, but my mom broke at different times. Broke both her hand, shoulder, arm, and leg. Wow, she needs bubble wrap. She needed bubble wrap, didn't she? She laid for an hour on the floor between screaming for my dad and the ambulance coming. Oh, and I bet she was in excruciating pain, Tsunami. Well, I actually broke my right elbow once. Gosh, it was probably 25 years ago at least, maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe more like 28 or 29 years. Anyway, the house we were living in, I was turning the lights off to go to bed, and I was in the living room, and I saw our German Shepherd laying on the hardwood floor in the small hallway that went back to the bedrooms. And I think I just thought in my mind when I turned off the light that as I walked towards him, I just thought he would get up and move. Well, he didn't. And I tripped over him, and I caught myself with my elbow on the hardwood floor, and I broke it right in the elbow joint. So they didn't cast it because of mobility. They just put it in a sling, and I had to do exercises whenever I could think about it during the day, where I would just hold it up and just go down and then up and then down and then up, just to keep the mobility in my arm. That one was not fun because it was hard to blow dry my hair. It was hard to do anything, and I'm right-handed, so was not fun. We threatened to wrap her in bubble wrap. Well, I think we're all starting to sound like we need it. The problem is they didn't send me on with extra wrap to wrap my foot. So you broke your foot, but they didn't cast it or anything, and they didn't put it in a boot. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Dirk? You broke your right arm twice when I was little. Ow. Never broke anything, but I had my shoulder dislocated at a year old. Yeah, that hurts too. And you know what? I was a tomboy when I was younger, and I was always hurting myself, and I was always getting a lot of sprained ankles. I've had so many sprained ankles that the flexibility in my ankles is not good because they've both been sprained so many times. And I'm going to tell you what, a sprained ankle hurts way worse than a broken bone in your leg. It throbs and throbs and throbs of pain. Even when you're just sitting there and not moving, it throbs. It is so painful. I don't think I need bubble wrap, but do you think I do? Oh, Tigress, I have no idea. We're just kidding. I don't think anybody really needs bubble wrap. It's just a thought. It's just saying, you know, maybe you need to have bubble wrap so that when you fall, you don't hurt yourself. It's just kind of a funny thing. I got that boot. They wrapped it in, but now I can't put clean wrap. I don't know what that means, Dirk. Sorry. And I don't know when to take it off before bed. Well, I slept with mine on, Dirk. When I had a boot on my foot and leg, when I broke my fibula, my bone in my leg, I never took it off. I slept with it on. Oh, you're just in on the joke. Gotcha. I sprained my ankle a few times, and once when I was in Florida at a conference. They hurt. They really hurt because they just throb. Ugh. I think one of our restockers are stuck again. You see this guy right here? He might be a little stuck. He doesn't know what to do. Most of them are back though, so let's go ahead and end the night. Let's see if he's still there in the morning. 544, that's pretty good. Only 8 products that were unavailable. That was better. That was better, a lot better. Let's see if he's still stuck. He's not stuck, so that's good. We got 69,000. I'm doing it. I'm probably going to regret it. The next one is 65. We only have 7,000 to restock. That's on me. I think we're going to do... Now, when the new thing comes out, if it comes out tomorrow, I may be changing the floor and the wall from what just expanded. Do you see how much more bright it is up there? You know why? Because we just expanded right here. So, that's not what I wanted. So it might be, this corner might be where we put it. Only because I can move the clothing over a little bit. Or, you know, possibly, we could still add it down here and over there. And when the butcher and deli comes, we can just move it. We can also just do that. Let's just do that. It'd probably be easier. It'd probably be a lot easier. That's one thing about these departments. They're so easy to move around. And the fact that you can pause your restockers so that you can just do that is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. That you can just pause them so they just don't bother you and you just move stuff. So nice. So nice. Yeah, because those who have all departments right now, like I can't even imagine your setup unless you're fully expanded, which you could be, because I'm like, there's no way that I could fit everything in the way I am right now, but I'm nowhere near expanded. So, I mean, that's kind of mute.
You're awesome.
You're awesome. 7,000 is not a lot, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not a lot. We're going to be hurting really quick. But what we're going to do next time is be more careful on... We're going to order everything after we stock. And then we're going to go... Yeah, that's a lot right there. And then we're going to go... We'll have it in our cart, and as soon as we make the money, we'll order it. And I did not do that very well last time, so we're just going to really watch it this time. We'll just really watch it this time. And the clothing is going to kill me. We're at 3,900. Nope, we don't have any of those. Nope. That's all the stuff we don't have. This one we do. Oh man, that's way too much. We can't do that one. Nope. I'm going to remove that one completely. Do we have any? We have 31 in stock. That should be fine for right now. That one has 24. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Then we can go down to sports. Got 10 and 5. Oh, that's too much. Eek! Eek! Okay. Yeah, we're just not even going to get that right now. We're not going to get that right now. We're going to be fine for right now. So we're going to go ahead and take that to Doc 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to order... Yeah, we can't even do that yet. Because didn't I just order those? Yes, because they're not stocked yet. Let's let them stock for a minute. And then we'll order everything else that we need to order. And as soon as we get the money, we'll order it. I know I said that last time, but we're really going to do it this time. Da Vinci? Oh, I'm fully expanded. I eat too much. Oh, Da Vinci. I once was heading out to school, but before I went into the car, I saw a blackbird surrounding something, and it turns out it was a runner. Oh, I don't even want to say that out loud, Tigress. That makes me sad. The stuff 3 put under the boot. Oh, the stuff they put under the boot. Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't have anything in my boot except my foot. How many times do you replace the stuff under the boot? I didn't get any stuff to replace the stuff under the boot. Dirt, I would suggest that as soon as you are able to, when they're open, to call them and ask them about that. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any stuff in my boot. And I'm not a doctor or a nurse, so I would not be able to help you with that. So I would imagine call your doctor's office and ask them about that, hon. Yeah, it is sad, Tigress. It is. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, no, you're fine. But yeah, that is sad. That's hard for me. I feel too much for like animal when they're hurt or pass away or whatever. Um, the restockers are so much faster. I will say, even though you feel, I always feel weird just sitting here and we just talk, which is nice while they're restocking everything, but I feel like they're moving so much faster than they did. I think he did such a good job on that. We just have a lot of products, you know what I mean? Like that's just gonna take some time. You can't help that. It is 9:35 though. I am gonna have to go to bed pretty soon because I'm truly exhausted, mentally and physically. I've had a pretty rough day. I always call my husband. I always call my husband's nurse every night before I go to bed. And then when I get up in the morning, I make my coffee and I sit down. And while I'm drinking my coffee, I call and talk to the nurse and just to check on him every night, every morning. And I haven't been going up every day because I physically can't. And so when I don't, I call them like 2 or 3 times during the day. Trust me. I call them a lot. And most of the time, I always feel guilty. But then most of the time, it's like, oh, well, he's just slept. I mean, he just is sleeping. He hasn't woke up. If he wakes up, I will make myself, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to go. I'm just saying all he does is sleep, you guys. It's a very long walk. My knee is almost bone on bone. So for me to get there, as long as my son goes with me, he wheels me up there because it's a really long walk to his room, to ICU. And then just to sit there for like 2 hours and watch him sleep and listen to him snore. And while that is music to my ears, it's very tiring to just sit there and watch somebody, you know? It's not easy. I feel too much for everything. I do too. The stuff they wrapped your leg. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Dirk. I did what I can do. I sent a nurse a message. That's a good idea, Dirk. That's a good idea. Yeah, they're going to have to answer that question for you and give you that help. Ronald, hi, how are you? Having a good night? I'm keeping the high hopes up. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much, Ronald. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot, you guys. I've been through a lot with my husband. We've been together for 31 years. It's a long time. We just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary at the end of April. And this is not our first rodeo. It's just the worst one. It's the worst one. He's hurt himself a lot of times in a lot of different ways. A lot of scary times. But this takes the cake. This is like the worst he's ever hurt himself. Obviously, it's not on purpose. He fell. You know, it's his job. He builds decks for a living, and sometimes he has to fix roofs, and he has to climb up ladders and scaffolding. So there is a risk to that. But yeah, it's definitely the worst one. Not fun. Not fun. But yeah, so we've got $679 still, so that's a good start, right? And we did get, so the next one should be the bottom again, right? If we look at expansions, 65,000, yeah, it's the ground floor. So I don't think we'll get to that tonight, but I really think that that's going to open up this last wall right here. So it's going to open up this wall right here. And at least if we get an update tomorrow, I'm going to put it in this area just temporarily until I figure out where else I want to put it. But for right now, I think it'll be fine in that place right there. Don't you guys think? I think so. I think so. But I think I'm going to end the stream right here because it is almost 9:30 my time, and I've been streaming about little over 3 hours, so that's pretty good for me for this week. Next week I will stream tomorrow night, and if we do have an update tomorrow, it will be this game. Cyberpunk comes out Monday. In any day during the week right now is going to be very iffy if I stream, because going back to work Monday and then going to the hospital after I work, it's going to take a lot of my time. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. To have the summer stuff up front. Yeah, but Aloha, the whole downstairs is food. So I'd rather not keep it down there, but it'll be a nice place temporarily until I figure out where I want to put it. But my whole downstairs is food. Like, I'm going to add the butchery down there and the deli when he releases those. And that makes the whole downstairs food related. So that's kind of where I'm going. But if I put the summer down there temporarily, that's fine. It's easy to move stuff. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Well, Dirk, I hope you feel better. I hope you get the answers to your questions from your nurse or doctor. And I hope you get to feeling better, hon. Oh, okay, never mind. I mean, that's my plan. It doesn't mean it'll work out that way. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. And until next time, again, thank you so much for all your love and prayers and thoughts, good thoughts for my husband. I appreciate y'all so much. You have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you soon.